Shalom, shalom, my people. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Black and Healthy Restoring Black America channel here on YouTube and also broadcasting on the Country Living in the City page on Facebook. I am your host, Jawanda Smith, RN Case Manager and Community Advocate. Today, I'm wrapping up all the series on Black women mortality. And today, I'm just going to give you some helpful tips for survival. I'm going to show you a series of clips of helpful tips from women and actually men, bringing awareness to our community of how devastating this problem is across the country. So I want you to take a look at these clips and I'll come back with some commentary.
911, what's your emergency? Hi, yes, I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Pizza? I think you dialed the wrong number, ma'am.
I don't think so. Do you still have the cheesy crust? The address? Sure, it's 235 Hayward Street, apartment 3F.
Ma'am, are you in danger? Is someone making you feel like you can't speak freely?
That's right. I understand. My name is Grace.
Okay, and help is on the way.
I need you to tell me,
How many people are in the apartment?
would a medium pepperoni pizza be big enough for 2 people?
What are you doing? I said large.
Okay, so there's one other person with you. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, you're doing really great.
Can you tell me your name for the order?
The name on the card is Kristen Smart.
Okay, Kristen, and is the person threatening you armed?
Mm-hmm.
Move the paw! Come on!
Okay, if he's armed with a gun,
I want you to ask for extra pepperoni.
extra 911.
You see this, run. If you see money in your windshield, you need to run away fast. They're trying to get you to get out of your car and grab the money. If you see this, you need to get in your car some other way. This is a sign that this is probably laced with something. People's hands have gone numb. They have passed out. It is a trick. Do not touch this. If you see this, they have labeled this. This is what they're labeling. They're saying this is a woman who is alone, that someone has been watching you. They see you're alone. They think you're vulnerable. You need to go home and you need to cut this off. This is meant to pause you so that someone from underneath the car can cut your Achilles heel, and so that you're distracted, that gives them enough time to get to you. See, this one looks the most innocent, but you're gonna notice this one. It's gonna be placed here after you're already in your car. Their goal is to get you out of your car. You just wanna check your surroundings, okay? Because there's so many different ways for people to get you. They don't wanna get out of your car and be texting. You don't wanna go to your car and be texting. You need to be, as women, you need to be aware of your surroundings.
There's a bishop that's trying to draw attention to 4 Black women that was deleted and 3 others that were missing. And no one is doing anything about it. Let's go ahead and roll that.
I am a little upset right now. The reason I'm upset is because we got 4 young ladies that have been murdered within the last week here off of 85th and Prospect. We got a serial killer again, and ain't nobody saying nothing. The media is not covering it. We got 3 young ladies that are missing. Ain't nobody saying a word. What is the problem? Why can't we get some cooperation? Where's our community leaders? Where's our activists? Where's our public officials? Where's our police department? Where is those folks at? In President Gardens. Come on now. We need to start knocking doors. We need to start making sure that this is brought to the light. We cannot continue to let this happen.
Now, what this brother is saying is very, very concerning. And I'm more, inclined to believe my brother here than the statement that's recently been put out by the police that said, no, there's no evidence, of a serial deleter out here. No, that don't cause alarm to that. But wait a minute, hold on. Now, right now everybody's talking about the Netflix series, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, and if you watch that whole series, which I took the time to watch the whole series, There are many times that Jeffrey Dahmer should have went to jail. Many times. And they didn't do anything about Jeffrey Dahmer at all. All the phone calls, everything that happened with Jeffrey Dahmer. They're just overlooking him. And when it comes to black people, being missing, or black people, something happening to them, this law enforcement don't care. Only time they care is when it's a white person. Now they had this other case where this billionaire's family member was recently killed, but you had this black woman that suffered from the same victim. Police didn't do anything. And the police would have did something when the black woman became a victim of this guy. It would never got to the other one that they plastering all over the news. Because in this country, the only women that matter in this country is Caucasian females. That's
Okay,
it.
guys, I know it's devastating to hear what's going on in Kansas City, but to be honest, that's going on all over this country. If you look up any reports in any major cities, you're going to see missing posters for many Black and minority women, and no one could care less. And I hate to say that, but when it comes to the Black and minority communities, we have the tendency to be forgotten. And especially with our Black women, that is apparent, not only in this country, but across the world. And I brought that out um, in the two videos I did on this series. So I would like, I'm just asking you guys to pass on the information, pass on these tips to Black women who are vulnerable. And please take the time to protect yourself. You know, if you already know the society is against you, my sisters, you have to be cautious in taking care of yourselves. One trend I see all the time in our younger generation of women, they're attached to their cell phones 24 hours a day. Well, there has been reports that they're even using your cell phones to snatch you. They put substances on your phones. You, if you're on your phone watching Facebook, you didn't see that guy that was been watching you for the last 20 minutes walking right behind you. And like the lady said in the video, she said, be aware of your surroundings. Don't just be walking frilly nilly, checking out yourself in the mirrors and in the cameras and stuff. I see people always in these phones, but not aware that there could be somebody standing in the bushes ready to just snatch you and take you. And you may end up in drug trafficking, in sex trafficking rings and all kinds of stuff. We have to be careful as a community, and we have to reach out like the bishop was doing. He's bringing awareness of the problems in Kansas City. And that's what more of our people in our community need to start doing. When you see things wrong, go to your authorities. If you're a tax-paying citizen, it is your right. Okay, I know we talk about the rights of Black people in this country, but there are some that we don't even take the time to use. You know, I believe in annoying people. Okay, if I'm going to make my point known, I'm gonna keep making my point until you hear me. You'll probably want to bust me upside my head, but the fact is, I'm going to make the point. Uh, and the point is, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna keep making that point until I get some results. We didn't get out of anything in this country without fighting. And that's what we as Black women have to do now. We have to fight for our own survival, be cautious, be aware, don't go anywhere alone. If you are alone, take the extra precautions, learn how to shoot a gun. Hey, I got one. So I feel like I have some protection when I get, and there's many women going out to get concealed carry license if it's allowed in your state. self-defense classes, all kinds of things there's out there to protect yourself. And if you know of something strange, report it to the police. Um, Mr. Scott brought up how many times that Jeffrey Dahmer could have been caught. I never watched the series. I don't want to watch the series, but I do believe it may be informative of how to approach the police because a lot of times they will dismiss you. And there's a way to get their attention, and you just got to get their attention because I'm tired of hearing the reports of our Black little girls and women just disappearing, and nobody ever knows what happens to them. So I hope you guys take into consideration all this information that I gave to you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel because I have more information coming to you. I don't post that often. I'm trying to post as much as possible because I try to make sure I have resources for you guys whenever I do anything. So I will be posting the National Domestic Abuse Hotline again on this video, so you can share that information with anyone um, that's dealing with domestic violence. And also that little helpful tip that I showed you with the lady that made the 911 call, but she was asking for pizza. That was so clever, and it did save her life. It saved her life. They were able to respond and get to her before her intimate partner decided to shoot her. So when you in these situations, lady, try to be calm so you can think cleverly like this young lady did. She thought on her toes. She said, okay, I'm going to call for pizza. And she called 911. So, hey, you got to be smart. So, if you have any helpful tips on survival of domestic violence, please share in the comment section or email me at jsmith@countrylivinginthe.city.com, and I'll be sure to post the information and even give you credit for it if you let me. If you want to be part of the discussion. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Be vigilant and report what you see. Until next time, shalom.